Hello. Hello to people hopefully filtering in about now. We will get started shortly. Figure I just tweeted out the link, so we'll give a minute or two for people to jump in. Oh, I probably have Twitch playing in the background. Haha. Always learning. There we go. That should be now there should be no echo. Whoops. Always learning. But yeah. Thank you for those who popped in early. Here is my attempt at catching Jace Beleren in all his glory. One more minute. We won't spend too long. I assume people will jump on as they free up from maybe their dinner plans or whatever else they've got going on a Sunday. My link did not actually go through to Twitter. Love that site these days. Alright. Let's try that again. Apologies if you hear whatever's trending on the front page. I will try to avoid it. There we go. Alright. I think it is time to get started. Thank you everyone for joining. This will be my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV on Jace Beleren. Starting with the critically acclaimed, or starting with A Realm Reborn, so we can get to the critically acclaimed expansion Heavensward soon. And Stormblood beyond that. I'm very excited to go through this story. Let me know if I sound a little off. I'm working with a new microphone because, of course, stated I have a stream coming up and my mic died like a day and a half before that. Great timing. So, new microphone. Things might be. Let me know if I sound too close or anything. I can adjust levels. But let's start off with, should we perhaps watch movies and titles? This is supposed to be a new player-friendly stream, so we can start off with the with the opening movie. Oh, don't worry there, Trisk. We will meet up by level 15 MSQ. Easy. And good to see you, Dice. Thank you for showing up. All right, let's play this opening movie. Sit back, relax.
Hydaelyn. A vibrant planet blessed by the light of the crystal. Amid azure seas, encompassing the westernmost of the 3 great continents, there lies a realm embraced by gods and forged by heroes. Her name, Eorzea. The annals of Eorzean history chart the rise of a succession of great civilizations, each one enjoying an age of peace, the Astral Eras. To date, all have proven ephemeral. In the year 1572 of the 6th and most recent Astral Era, the Northern Empire of Garlemald amassed a great army at the heart of Eorzea, seeking dominion over all. Rising in desperate resistance, the forces of the Eorzean Alliance met their would-be conquerors in the field. Yet, even as the battle raged, the lesser moon, Dalamud, was plucked from the heavens through imperial machination. From its core emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who unleashed his fury upon the realm. The devastation brought Eorzea to its knees and the era to its end. 5 years have come and gone. The light of life still shines upon Eorzea. Man labors tirelessly to raise himself from the calamity's ruin. The realm is forever changed, a stranger to him once more. Yet heedless of what lies ahead, he shall press on. Spurred by the promise of peace and prosperity. Amid this period of great change, an adventurer arrives in Eorzea, one whose tale is yet unwritten. May he ever walk in the light of the crystal.
That was really cool to watch, knowing a bit more. I thought it was really cool the first time I saw it, but wow, did you know there are themes and narrative in video games? Hot dang. Alright, and then let's watch the A Realm Reborn demo title. So this is gonna get us ready for A Realm Reborn, which is the first expansion of this MMORPG. believe this song is called Answers. It's very beautiful and haunting. Gets used in-game for special events like celebrating the anniversary of A Realm Reborn. most important part of any Final Fantasy game is chocobos. Should do a chocobo any percent run. See what set a speed run record for the fastest you can get a chocobo. So this is Limsa. That will come to know soon enough. They're traveling the forests of Gridania. And you can't forget Ul'dah. I think Ul'dah is the best city-state. But to each their own. Kind of setting the stage for Welcome Blueberry. We are just wrapping up the teaser for A Realm Reborn, showing off beautiful landscapes of Eorzea, many crystals. It wouldn't be a Final Fantasy game without them. And it's hard to believe, like, this came out a decade ago. It holds up so well. I guess computer graphics have gotten pretty good, and we've only continued to, like, increase how easy it is to render them. Or not easy, but how easy we make it look. Dang. Yeah, Square Enix did do a banger setup with these two. I mean, it's hard to compare with Liliana set to Linkin Park, but I think this is a pretty good one too. And we're off to begin our journey through A Realm Reborn. Oh, you will be, Soren, don't you worry. Alright. Character selection. Let's go to Halicarnassus and begin our journey with Jace Beleren. 9 whole players in queue. It's just players in queue is just the actual individual logging in of a character, which doesn't take that much time. So, like, I've never seen it above mid-40s, but even then doesn't take too long, so 9's not bad at all. Welcome new viewers. I see 1 or 2 have trickled in, so glad to have you. We're just getting started in the main story. If you're a new player, after this one, you might want to check out the A Realm Reborn movie and title.
Here. Here. Feel.
You're not supposed to look directly at the sun, Jace. Oh, shaking my head.
Here. Feel. think.
So this is the traditional class or job clothing for a summoner. We're actually probably going to be primarily playing Scholar, but I will be leveling Summoner as well. Oi, you alright, lad? As we get further into this game, there will be a lot more voice acting, but in the meantime, I'm going to do the voices the best I can with my squeaky dropping voice. You're moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling of the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Don't reckon it's seasickness, now that I look at you. It'll be the ether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to this stuff than others, see, and we ain't too far from Vilbren now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Ugh, might as well have been bloomin' seasickness. Ship's leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa is still fair way off, and in case you're wondering, seeing as you're awake and all, how's about you keep me company till we get here? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see? Any road, running's the name and peddling's me trade. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you're one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business. These days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power. Knowledge, of course, I mean. Power, as in power to do good? Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all of that. I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. Once we make port, you'd best sign yourself up at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. Yeah, do good. Obviously. Don't pay attention to the recent story events in Magic the Gathering. I'm sure it's fine. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild neither. Limsa's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to swing an axe or even sling a spell, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Ah! That's a rather mild reaction, I think, to being blown off your feet by cannon fire. Ship's off starboard bow! Pirate colors! Pirates? Bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below! I see those mugs. I want a mug of coffee. What is this world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Lominsan colors? Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We made it to the out of cannon range, and no Buccaneer's bark will catch this flighty temptress when she winds in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I'd lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa? Yeah. Sort of, in a way of speaking. It is. Well then, let's get this journey to itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Character creation didn't take me too long because I had a very solid idea of what I wanted Jace to look like. And I've had some practice making characters, so I know all their hairstyles that they have available to them and everything. I'd say the longest part probably took getting the colors right for the skin and hair, because the character creators' lighting isn't the greatest. It's getting fixed in Dawn Trail. I'm very excited. Dawn Trail comes out in July, and so the character creation is going to look a bit more high-res and beautiful. I'm very excited. Lominsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago this place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. He'd never guessed she was once a rum-swollen buccaneer herself. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with, like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them's the sea-dwelling beastmen locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. Ah yes, you gotta have a racist name for the people that you just introduced. It wouldn't be a fantasy without it, I guess. Ah, long last, Lando. A Realm Reborn isn't the greatest with it, but it does get better as we progress through Final Fantasy on the representation of other people. Behold Limsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limlin, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Lotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Lim Lane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
See, we have a few more people trickling in. Welcome. I'm just getting started. I'm still a level 1 adventurer, so worry not. You haven't missed much. And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, and it's off to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. It is Toucan. Jace Beleren from Magic the Gathering has hit Eorzea. He is ready to traverse its beautiful scenery and partake in its crystals. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Every time I see Final Fantasy XIV written like that, it looks like 10 or 5 to me, because the one is so much bigger. Oh, I'm so excited for Dawn Trail, you don't even know. I'm far, far, far away from actually partaking in the story of it, but downloaded the benchmark and looked at how my characters will look in it. And 2 die channels. You're right, Dunstan. Ah, Limsa is so good. I know this is not a popular thing amongst my friends, but I still say Ul'dah's the best city state. But Limsa's also very good. Hey, you there. I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Me, scum? Ah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa finest to set you on the right path. Up to it, lad. I haven't got all day. I can appreciate Gridania. I mean, I think Archer is probably the best class to start on to, like, learn the game. And that starts you in Gridania. I will be doing most in keyboard. It might take me a second to set my things up, because I use an Azeron keypad. Not sponsored though. If they ever wanted to, that would be like a dream come true. I swear by their products. If you have smaller hands like I do, and traditional gamepads are a little cumbersome to use, you know, like the gamer keyboards. Oh, you need to try the Azeron. You can set everything exactly to your hand size. The angle and everything, it's really good if you have like one finger that doesn't quite bend like it used to after injuries and such. It's amazing. Alright. Let's get rid of this. Yeah. So you can just click on any interface, get rid of it. If you ever need tooltips, think you can bring them back up. Play guide stuff. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. So before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far off, just head straight down this street and speak with Griffar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Beleren. He's the proprietor of the wench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along, and may the navigator guide you on your journey. Alright, so we have our quests over here, and if you ever get confused on what to do, you can also press J to bring up your log of quests, as well as if you click it highlighted, it will keep it there for sure, even if you get extra quests. And you can hide something if you're like, I'm gonna put that off till later, and then just click it again to make it normal again. And if you're ever truly at a loss to do, main story quest will be recommended here, and right below it will be a recommended quest, which is typically your class quests. Not always, but typically. Welcome to Limsa. If you've a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Yeah, but the green quest marker above someone's head means that you're completing a quest. Greens to you, lad. What'll be? Ah, but you ain't here for a drink, are you? You've come with a mind to try your hand at adventure, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Limsa. Name's Beleren, and this is the most hospitable of stories in the Drowning Wench. 'Tis also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a desk specially for handing out guild business. And why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Not that they need it in these parts, on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear of the fishbacks and the gobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, you'll see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them after everything that's happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity. Well, our homes weren't the only things that got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks that saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollections from an hard night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future when they can't rightly recall the past. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's the group of adventurers what laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink, when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though, we ain't forgotten what they did for us. This goddamn calamity spawned memory loss rubbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gulf lying in front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way. Give or take the odd gull. Is this what's got people calling the arrows the Warriors of Light? If Limsa's ever going to put this time of darkness behind it, it's going to need adventurers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to adventurers is an effort well spent. What do you say, lad? You willing to lend us your strength? Many thanks, Tien. And the navigator and all. I knew she'd steer you my way for a reason. Ah, but listen to me, yet or non like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark in me book. Put your scrawl right there. Signing my name in the font named after myself. Ain't no thing. Jace Beleren, is it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Venturers Guild. You there, adventurer, you sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Excuse me? There were more than a few people on deck. Now, hold on just a moment there, officer. You got the wrong bloke. This fine upstanding young gent is me dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. Lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? You're surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer, and a very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times. Me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say you to a tankard of me finest ale and before you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're talking about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of Strait of Marathar, but that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on. So kick off them heavy boots, eh? So true, Trisk. So true. You'll have to excuse these eager, bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate of kidnapping in the sea, and they ain't got a clue who's behind 'em. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, pretty much any, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us little Vincents can be an headstrong bunch of bastards, to this true, but given time, we'll grow on you. Now, where was I? Oh, aye. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, where the sea's as green as the faces of my patrons after a few too many black belly whiskeys. Now take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with the learning your ways of the city. Alright. Let's see, I'm gonna go to the HUD layout and set up 2 more hotbars. I like to have 4 hotbars set in the silly little arrangement I do. Oh. You gotta make him visible. Okay. Click on hotbar 3 so that it's visible. That'll help a lot. Fantasy has been finaled. Alright, there we have it. Right then, let's start you off nice and easy with 3 tasks that'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down a floor, then point your nose to the west, you'll get an eyeful of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte, a device what can move you from one place to another in a blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, providing there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket on guard down there, and you'll be treated to a lecture on working this device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, it won't work till you have. Second on the list is the marketplace. You'll find weapons and armor and all your veteran bits and pieces for sale in the district what lies beyond the aetheryte. Don't go throwing your gil around just yet, though. Or you'll get fleeced quicker, and you can say, "Why is me coin purse so light?" Have a word with Swazblit instead. He's the head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old octant, and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful ints, I suggest you meet some fellow spellslingers at the Arcanists Guild. I guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for your tome if you decide to join their crew. Miri at the front desk is one to get you started. Got all that, lad. See into them 3 tasks will have you on your little jaunt around the city and help you work out where everything is. Now I've best be getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it. There I go sending you off without telling you somewhat crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. Any road. While you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods what look like they might need your help, consider giving their tale of woe a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit, but you never know what interesting opportunities could be lurking out there. Just waiting for you to stumble on them. For example, Ninia over there yonder's been casting glances at you since you waltzed in. Why not lend an ear to see what she has to say? Aye, you like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you get to build a reputation as a man folk can trust, jobs will get harder and the roads more generous. If you've the time, I also seek the advice of the smith here in the wench. Lads, as bear that title, have some of the finest advice for them what are just starting out in the profession. And that, my lad, is how you go about becoming a legend among adventurers. This is Hotel California. You can't leave. This bar is also an inn. This is the innkeeper over here. You can't leave it until you talk to a certain person. Ninia, right here. Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventurer. Listen close, lad. I have some information that might just help put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through the bulwark hall below just not long ago and saw a bunch of herbs scattered on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been the black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow and across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skinrail, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Alda. Oh my, some of these names. Aldskith at the Octant. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. You wish to visit Bulwark Hall below. The crow's lift is ready when you are. Sure, have the newbie who just got accused of being a pirate pick up the particular herbs that may or may not be drugs. Cool. I feel like Ninia's setting me up. Tisk tisk. Yeah, like rosemary and thyme, right? I'm just gonna get a look around. I love coming into the main Aetheryte plazas of these city-states and seeing who's standing around. It's not uncommon to have someone like up on here. There we go. Up on here, like doing a dance. If you press /, it will let you. Oh, I'm dancing off. I'm dancing off it. Oh no. Alright. You must commune with the crystals. If you ever see a crystal you have not communed with, you gotta go touch the crystal. Ah, another novice adventurer. Ah, Badrin has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I'm Sindhimo, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide a guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into the ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you'll soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I'll be here to answer your questions. So by default, return will be set to your city-state. As you find more, you can change your home point. That's going to be if you click on return, that'll be where you go to. It's a pretty long cooldown, but it's free, and you can always return home. No worries. Yes, I'm Aldskith. You have some herbs you wish me to examine. You can just right-click on any item requests, and it will suggest the item so you don't have to go find it if you have a lot of stuff in your inventory. Yes, as you suspected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredient for the creation of somas, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into a sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are not more than Alkith lavender, a common enough export from Limsa. In fact, these probably spilled from the crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone is having a bit of fun with you, son. But not to worry. You've learned a few things and made new acquaintance. Well met. God, oregano. Unbelievable. So if you press M, it'll bring up your map, and you can always see your quest markers on it. These little yellow exclamation marks will be side quests that you can pick up if you need some more XP. Red means you aren't quite ready for it. We're not quite level 70, as it turns out. Blue quests will be when you accept them and finish them, unlock new content, like a new class or something. And then this Fiery Trail is MSQ, main story quest. Or scenario. Fine morning to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Badrin. Whatever could it be? Ah, my octant. By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the wench, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid. And what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than to the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying the Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps of our bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. But the verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindest. I invite you to explore the markets for yourself. Alright, and if you click on these individual pieces, it will bring up the map showing you where you need to go. Here's a market board, where you can buy things from other players if you have the full game. You'll see people, kind of gathering around them. They're useful places for, like, if you're crafting and such. And of course, if you pass a crystal, you've got it, too. You'll see these little mini aetherites. You can use these for free, so if you click on it and want to go back to Aetherite Plaza, it'll help you get around the city really quick. As well, if you get lost, find your way back. Here's another Aetherite. This is going to be one that we use a lot, because this is our guild as an Arcanist. And the ferry docks down here have one of the most crucial parts of any good JRPG. You can go fishing down here. That's what all those people are waiting for. That little symbol by their names means they're waiting for a duty. Which is just any sequenced event that you enter with a group of people. Welcome to the Arcanist Guild. It is here that we research and develop the field of arcanima. Arcanima. I don't think I've ever seen it written like that. Arcanima is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence, to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. But if I'm not mistaken, you already possess some rudimentary understanding of the craft. Shall I deepen your knowledge of our history as well? The roots of Arcanima can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express the natural phenomena in the mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formulae were further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave aether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as arcanists, and the school of Arcanima was born. Many such mages wishing to expand their understanding of the world looked to the seas and aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa, arcanists found themselves welcomed to the academic elite, and soon secured positions in the realms of governments and council. The knowledge of an arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from master to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Moralvib, counting several wielders of Arcanima among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. So, at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanists Guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of Arcanima, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you would continue your study of this challenging discipline, then I must insist that you indicate your commitment to joining our guild. And that was this is the blue check mark I was talking about. If I walk away, you can see it a bit better on the map. It means I unlock the class by taking the quest. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild? Or are you just now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Wow, what is this? Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now, standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, however, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Thubergrim. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild's leadership in the interim. You'll find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy. Though her mind is sharp and critical, her manner's always most welcoming. Yes, I am Thubergrim. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanists Guild. As Miri has doubtlessly explained, I am serving as an acting guild master until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable receptionist also spoke of our art's origins? Allow me, then, to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of aether. The evidence of this is represented by, most aptly perhaps, by our ability to manifest the arcane entity Carbuncle, and the manner of the magic which this ethereal ally employs at our command. The core of discipline, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, this principle takes precedence. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. An arcanist is measured by his ability to calmly analyze the situation from moment to moment, and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. Very blue mage. The study of Arcanima will test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? Yes, I was called to this profession. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. In Lower Lenosia, you will find, among others, 3 species of pest: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and RLA. I ask that you employ your skill in the Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Leave the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter the potential targets in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from completing this preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the Arcanist Guild. May your judgment remain swift and clear. Time to go show off how good I am at killing ladybugs. Ferocious creatures they are. Those little blue dots mean you'll be load into a new area. So Limsa's split into two loading zones. Upper and lower decks. I get lost so badly in Limsa, so bear with me as I struggle. Oh, wait, let's go pick up that 8th rate while we're here. We're close. Picking up all the 8th rates as you go along will be really nice, because once you have all of them, you can travel right to the gates, like the gate we're trying to leave right now. We're gonna tell Badrin what we're up to. Collect our next MSQ quest. There you are, Jace. Enjoy your jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Badrin and you'll go far. Ah yeah, we are level 4. Physic is our early level heal. Once you get like literally any other healing spell, it becomes a little less good. But it's a good spell to get you there. Still in Limsa, are you, Jace? How do you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard the place? The owner, Staleward, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and he's been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. He mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. You need any directions? The place ain't hard to find, just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. Alright, so we're going to continue this way. You can see the half the map that is the lighter color, that's the one we're on right now. If we go to the lower decks, that other section will be lit up. Alright. Oh, I'm going to set some keybinds quickly that I think everyone should have set up. So, target nearest enemy is like F11 traditionally, which if you're on your keyboard makes a bit more sense. But since I'm not, I'm going to be using my gamer mouse with its extra buttons. Target nearest PC can be kind of nice. Especially if you're a healer, they're the ones who target PCs the most. And then cycling through enemies should always be tab, and target enemy target the target of your current target is a bit unwieldy to say, but make sure that's still on T. That will just be very helpful if you are a healer specifically. So if you're a healer and you're attacking the big bad that's attacking your tank, that way you have a really quick way to target your tank or whoever they happen to be focused on, as it may be. And we're just going to destroy the wildlife a little bit. That's a sometimes treat. Every good RPG starts with killing the rats, right? Oh, I don't know that one. So once that little tooltip was saying, once you equip something, it is yours forever. You can sell it to like an NPC, but you cannot trade it to other people or sell it on the market board, I believe. So that's another setting that I like to do. Character configuration, item settings, store all newly obtained items in armor chest. Turn that off. That way it'll go to your inventory first, so you are less likely to accidentally equip it and then be unable to trade it or something. It's just good for inventory management, because your armory chest will fill up quickly otherwise, without you even knowing what you all put in there. These guys are a little bit bigger. They still don't matter for us. So these little numbers down here are how much mana it costs. You'll see that's not using too much. Your default attack spell will never use a whole lot, but as you get like more like healing spells and and longer cooldown spells and stuff, you'll want to be aware of how much mana you're spending. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this aetheryte. It's always nice if you notice an aetheryte in an area you are in. Go speak to the crystal. Fates will just randomly show up. You don't have to do them if you are in one. It just means you're in the location that it is. You can just leave. If it sucks, hit the bricks. Almost there. You'll notice I jumped a fair ways down, not enough to take damage, but you can take fall damage in this game. It is, it's never lethal to take fall damage. You will end up at 1 hit point. Unless you've got aggro on you, like that wolf I just passed. If a creature is attacking you, you are considered in combat. And then fall damage is lethal. So take care jumping off tall cliffs to not grab aggro right before you jump off. You definitely don't need to grab all the Aetherites like immediately as soon as you see them, but I am one who likes to collect things, shocking as it may be, so I go out of my way to collect them immediately. And we're going to use teleport, which just opened up. And well, actually, we haven't used it yet, so we can use it to return. Teleport lets you travel to any Aetherite you've attuned to for a small fee. Return lets you return to your point for free. Alright. Yeah. Let's go do that MSQ yet. We are going to be juggling back and forth between MSQ and the class quests, because MSQ gives the most experience of like anything until later levels. You have roulettes, you know, become available to you. But MSQ gives you a lot of experience, and class quests require you to be of a certain level to accept them, so it'll be easiest if you kind of flip-flop between them to keep yourself at level. So we can kind of hover over these fates and see the name of it, like if you're looking for a certain one for a quest or something, what level it is, and how long it'll still be there. Some of them have very set time remaining. And if it's almost complete or not. So like if someone is already actively fulfilling it, you know, it says kill 20 whatever or something, you can know not to waste your time to go over to it if it's already 80% done and, or, you know, only has 1 minute left. Ah, you must be the adventurer Badrin promised to send along. Jace Beleren, wasn't it? You honored his word, so that's a good start. I'm Stelwyn, the old bastard, as Badrin likely described me, and this here's my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas. And if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship, like so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and an Admiral Merlevib's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the field seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train him have been wringing their hands in black despair. There's so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. So, when this pops up with the options, you want to select one. You can see if it's better than what you're already wearing by hovering over it. In most cases, unless something jumps out to you, just take the gold. You're going to get good gear just by doing MSQ as you go on. I have in mind to set you to a task, Beleren, but before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It may well be that the ones here have traded in their cutlasses and coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. This is one of the only quests that requires you to have like an item level to do like an easy quest, not a dungeon or something. But it's just to make sure that you know how to like equip clothes and stuff. It's gonna become important. I'm just gonna move this little gauge down here. I like to have him nice and little small and walking on my hotbar. Oh, little carbuncle. This is my carbuncle. He is a little guy. He follows me. He's what I channel my spells through. Move this down here. Let's make that a bit smaller. The pet hotbar really isn't going to come up a whole lot. It comes up for Scholar a little bit, but that's going to be further off. But it's nice to have available. This way I can place Carbuncle somewhere. And before I leave, I can heal. Alright. I'm actually going to go ahead and set this as a favorite destination. We'll be coming back once we get better gear. And I'm gonna go home and buy some clothes. Prepare to not look great. As a new adventurer, at level 15 we'll be able to go get glamour plates, which means we'll be able to look, you know, however we like. No matter what we have to wear for the no matter what we have to wear for like the stats. But until then, we're gonna talk to Iron Thunder. Until then, we're kind of at the whims of whatever happens to work for us. We're level 6, so we can buy. All right. What items did I specifically need? I need head, body, hands, and legs, and feet. Okay, so all of them. I don't have any money. That's okay. I have stuff to sell. I probably should have taken one of those items. I'm gonna have to do a job quest. I'm broke. Oh. Poor Jace Beleren. That's okay though, because we do have one to hand in already, so we will get some gil from that. I see the creatures beyond the city walls pose you little threat. It is with great pleasure, then, that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forth, you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue your forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There is no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of experience. And to commemorate this occasion, I gift you with this hunting log. The enemies marked within its pages have been specifically chosen to challenge your abilities in Arcanima. When you devise a new strategy or tactic, you now have a ready source of opponents on which to test it. And when you feel you can command Carbuncle as easily as you might move your own limbs, return to me for further instruction. I'll be waiting. I got some raisins. Ah, yeah. So your hunting log can be found down in logs. And it's just a nice little source of XP. Later down the line, it'll give you some other resources too. So it's good to know where it is. I don't pressure myself to find them all right away. So don't you worry about that. But let's just actually go back and pick up the next quest right away. Since I am a level 7 adventurer already. Tremble before my might. Oh good. I'm gonna get some more gold. Ah, Jace, isn't it? Are you eating well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must oft remind my arcanists to take meals, so ensconced do they become in their studies. The Secretist. Dragons, Return to Ravnica through Dragon Maid's story starts with Jace, like, literally eating the back of a pen because he's forgotten to eat. That was a very directed comment. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it is time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lower Lenosia, 3 wild dodos and 3 mandragoras to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponents, formulate an effective strategy, and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. Expect you back in time for lunch. Sheesh. Time for lunch. It's 7:30. Wait, where am I going? They are just over there. So we actually want to go back the way we came, I think. We are smart and we'll use the Aetherite to save some time. Yes. Alright, so anything with those little lines above their head, that's on your hunting log. We're just gonna kill it for some free XP. Lost lands do nothing to us, but they are worth a lot of XP because of the hunting log associated with them. So and we may as well finish this fate we're in. Another little source of XP. And that gave us some good gil too, which 480 in the grand scheme of things is nothing. That is like 2 pennies worth of gil, but we need it really bad right now as a new adventurer. Another hunting log completed. Alright, we're just about there. These little empty quest markers, I mean, they are the assigned enemies. Probably picked up already, but a little confirmation. And we're gonna go through this right to see why not. Start mixing in the later spells that we roll. So when you use Aether Charge, it will start to charge up your carbuncle, and then once you see those lines, that generally means that you should. Generally, when you see those lines around a spell, that means you should cast it. It'll be either quicker cast time or a special limited time effect. So this says when you have a red carbuncle that it deals fire damage to a single target. By getting in the habit of Aether charging, as soon as it comes up, we begin our carbuncles power up. You'll see Ruby is much more powerful. Than regular rune. Alright. Just while turn. But might as well get the two sprites out of the way first. Alright, got some stuff to sell. Not really anything huge though yet. So we're a little ways off from that. But our job quests, or class quests will, gift us some items, so that's good. take the Aetheryte. Litten Kitty. Pokemon fans. Hell yeah. Welcome back, Jace. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. So shall we test your growing acumen with more practical examination? Our work at Milvan's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To simulate such a task, I have had several crates transported to the cliff south of Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine those crates, then return the inspected cargo here to me. You'd be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating Vilekin. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality. That was a Mechanist using their flamethrower. Mechanist is like tied right up there with Scholar for favorite class. Wanted to be careful and not fall too far and take damage while I'm in combat. Talked about this. I do not want to die so early. So embarrassingly on stream. It will happen eventually though, I'm sure. I love jumping off the edges. Escape those orange circles. Oh, that's not where I meant to hit. There we go. Very clever disguise. I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate. The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies set against you. Yet, effective though your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels of my mind whirled into motion, as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Let's see. Taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear. My calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9,785. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. So the opportune window to do has passed. I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Clea, a Milvan's Gate assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thibbergame has elected me to oversee your training. and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanima. From what I've observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during battle? I am outwitting my enemy, of course. Aha! Just as I predicted! And now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take half a percent. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, in indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with the most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulation of reality might cause us to suddenly become mighty Arcanists and is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of the Arcanima. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mr. Thibbergame is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. Yes, we will. I'm sure of it. I don't have any other gear yet, right? Oh, I do have, that's right. It's never a bad idea to, every once in a while, click recommended gear. It'll, for the most part, it'll set you right. Have you returned with the cargo? In fact, I have. Yes, everything seems to be in order, relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I also had word from Clea regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed her, heed the instruction she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered tome Clea carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Foreseer. I just got Baba Booeyed in my own chat? Ugh, pain and suffering. Glad to have you, Doghead. Thank you for joining. I fear such an intense focus on Arcanima has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist to guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You've done well this day, Jace. Continue your practice with Carbuncle as Clea's bid. I'll be here when the time comes for your next lesson. Alright, let's pick out... a hempen hat. Then equip that and the grimoire we just got. They're much better. And then it's never a bad idea to set a gear set. This will make, once you have more than one class, this will make switching over between your classes much easier. And you can update them as you get better stuff. Ah, yeah. Jace Beleren with his little red witch's hat. A classic look. 1/4 the way there for our necessary gear level. And we need to be what level? 10. Oh, we're almost there, easy. Actually, let's see what we can buy at level 5. Oh, wait. Battlecraft supplier is going to be the weapons. I want the other guy. Probably can't buy even one more piece. We're a little low on funds. It's only this, like, very, very early stuff that you'll really have this problem much at all, but... Alright, 140. I think it's this. We're now half of the way there. We just need pants and shoes. No shoes. No shirt, no shoes, no service. Hey, rocking some Is It colors. Let's go. Alright, let's make some gil by doing a side quest or two, eh? Epic. Gosh, Sweetnix is beauteous gobby, crafty smart trade maker. Sweetnix makes busy deal with uplanders. Need deliver letter to gate of Milven, but Sweetnix has shiver shakes. Uplander walk to the gates of Milven for Sweetnix. Uplander delivers letters to Tax Lady Paja. Anything for you, Sweetnix. Excuse me, sir, but might you have a moment or two to spare? You seem to be the type who enjoys being accosted for menial tasks, and I require someone to make a delivery to the dutiful sisters of Edelweiss. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard them. The sisters prefer not to advertise their presence here in Limsa. They do, however, provide a rather unique service to which the Bruguer Consortium has recently been the beneficiary. I'd have you deliver this package to their doorman, Lone Ward, along with our profuse gratitude. Yeah, he's not giving me money. No thanks. I walked past one. Let's see what they are willing to give me. I just need money or clothes. Ah! Not money or clothes. So the Novice Network isn't a bad idea to join if you are actually new and could use some help and direction. You can ask questions, and mentors, that's anyone with that crown next to the name, will be able to give you advice if you have if you don't know like what to do, where to go, if you need help getting through certain tasks, because we just don't quite have the resources figured out yet. But while I appreciate Mentor Razzle Mabzil's offer, I'm good. Alright, I don't need them, but oh, I can't right click. I was gonna say I appreciate the offer. Oh well. Often if you right click on someone, it will bring up send tell. And if you see someone's name here, you can oh, that's an item. No one really talked? Sheesh. Hey, yeah, you can send tell to someone. So like if you notice someone spoke to you and you've left the area already, you can let them know. Hey, I like your outfit too. I've gotten a few comments like that. But it's very nice of Razzle to reach out. I am just a little newbie who's clearly struggling to get clothes. But it's okay. I will get there soon. Oh my. Oh, Limsa. Alright. This is a good chance to get the Aethernet shard for the Fishing Guild. Maybe I'll do one night of MSQ and one night of side quests. I would love to get some fishing in once we're a little higher level. Just so that we can... oh, that is how you... I should know. Just so we can, there we are, Edelweiss. Just so we can go to all the locations needed to fish. You do need to be able to travel a few places to get far in the quests. I love fishing so much. I've fished a lot. This is Dutiful Sisters of Edelweiss, a house of deep reflection and meditation. So unless you proper business with us, you can kindly bugger off. What's this then? A parcel from the Brugere Consortium, eh? Let's have a peek inside. Ooh, walnut bread and ginger cookies! And a few of them Bismarck finger sandwiches too. Them consortium calls know the right way to show appreciation. Some of them sisters have unholy appetites, so I'd best save a few bites for myself before I take this inside. You let Janasim know that we're always here should her boss have need of us again. This is a totally legitimate business front, or not business, place of meditation. Don't you worry about it. Let's travel over yonder and get that easy experience. Oh wait, it says there's an adjoining area, but it must not be available to me yet. Usually that red arrow means you can leave that area. But I see there's an actual location thing that you can get later. Alright. Get this quest. The sooner we get that money, the better. You delivered the packages as I requested? Very good. I shall pass on the sister's sentiments to my superior. What manner of services do the dutiful sisters provide? Continue your stay in Limsa, and you'll likely find out soon enough. In fact, if you're confident in your abilities and comfortable with unconventional, you might wish to approach them yourself. We will be approaching once we have level 10 in our class quests. Because this is a new server and it gives you hyperscaling XP for turning in MSQ and stuff, you can easily level 2 classes. So I was thinking maybe doing Rogue. It's a fan favorite. I also might do a tank, though, so that I have one of each type. Alright, we need to go to the Arcanist Guild. Easy enough. I'll just be flicking over here and bringing up the map to see the fastest way to travel where I need to go. Aetherites are the best things in this game. Where's Sweetnix with those important records? Without the proper documentation, I'm afraid we'll have to expel him from the city. Why, these are Sweetnix's records. Glad am I to see they were submitted in time. Honestly, you'd think that goblin would have lost his fear of our offices by now. Every month he is to submit these papers, and every month his tardiness forces me to consider his removal. As long as one follows proper procedure, Limsa is quite welcoming of foreign traders. Pray convey these words to Sweetnix. Perhaps it will aid in soothing the poor goblin's fears. No money. That stuff isn't worth anything right now. Shop selling price 28. It's not nothing, I guess. Ah, 60. I can sell that platter too. Alright. Here at Milvan's Gate, we inspect all the goods that are imported into Limsa and collect duty as the law requires. Some merchants, however, seek to evade this obligation, and we must chase them down. I'd be grateful if you could deliver these 2 ledgers. One to a man named Sundhumil, whom you will find at the Octant, and the other to a woman named Letitia, who works at the Bismarck. If you're uncertain as to the whereabouts of the Bismarck, ask Sundhumil when you meet him, and he'll point you in the right direction. Uplander delivered letter to the gate of Milvan. Uplander has wild heart and swift legs. Or wide heart and swift legs. Tax Lady Pajad has kind backwards for Sweetnix. Sweetnix has outflow of joy for Tax Lady Pajah. Sweetnix is happy gobby. Gives Uplander jingly shine. Yes, jingly shine. Thank you. We're almost there. Ledger from Milvan's Gate, you say? Yet more outstanding duty payments. When will those merchants ever learn? Very well. If I catch sight of any offenders, I shall drag them to the gate, kicking and screaming if needs be. One more ledger bound for Bismarck, you say? Follow this path to the upper decks, and you'll find the place. There we go. After we finish this quest, we should have enough money to... Ooh. And they give us gloves. They give us gloves that fit the bill. Alright, we'll do this quest, and then we'd only have to buy one thing. Beg your pardons, good sir. But you are an adventurer, are you not? I realize this is sudden, but we urgently need help restocking our larders. We are in the midst of preparing a full-course meal for soon-arriving guests, but I fear we are short on fresh lamb for the main course. I'd be grateful if you could procure 4 slices for us. I dare say it would be quickest to obtain these directly from the source. Wild lambs. In case you are unfamiliar with the creatures, I suggest you speak with Abelfar, a sentry station in Bulwark Hall, just below the Drowning Wench. Tax evaders among our patrons, you say? Goodness me. Yes, tax evaders. We must stop them. Definitely. Freed agents of artifice. I dare say this may well put an end to their appetite, but this is in the best interest of the city-state. If any of the merchants named in this ledger come to dine with us, I shall see that Milvan's Gate is notified without delay. Alright. Let's Get that aetheryte over there. Crystals, speak to me! What are they saying? Buy more crystals. Alright, alright. Let's, get this one more quest finished, and then we can... Finally. Finally do... I think, do the next MSQ quest and call it wraps for tonight. Make it a bit, you know... Get a bit done, but not overload. It's a Sunday night, after all. The Bismarck wants fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I know I could do with a slice myself. Fresh off the grill and dripping in its own juices. Oh, sorry, friend. I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Any road. You can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through the Zephyr Gate and follow the path east and south for a bit. You'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. How many slices do we already have? None. Alright, our quarry is just over there. Carbuncle got it before I could even cast my spell. The meme of, Father, I crave violence. Alright. Now we shall, finally be able to do the next MSQ. Actually, it's faster to just take the aetheryte over here. Have you any luck obtaining the fresh lamb? Please hurry, the guests are arriving any moment now. 4 slices of fresh lamb, and right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. It's times like this I feel fulfilled in my role. I used to be a chef myself, you see, but my skills weren't quite up to par. So when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be made its provisioner instead. This way I can still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. Alright, give us those gloves! Let's go. And, oh. I don't think we have the Marauder's Guild yet. Maybe we do. Actually. I don't know. One easy way to find out. Oh, we do. Oh, we're only missing the aft castle. We might as well grab... It's just a straight shot. We might as well grab that. Oh, I want lamb now. Sounds so good. Let's settle for a burger. Lamb burger. Wait. Yeah, just ahead. Okay, cool. And then we'll be able to travel to the gates. And that will cut off a lot of time of walking about. Now that is some sick armor. What is that? Yeah. We are tuned. Yes. Good job, boss. Okay. We have access. Good. I want to click. Alright, so you can examine if you want to check out someone's fit. Dragon Lancer's black art. That's cool. Yo. What? That's so cool. It must be a Dragoon armor. Maybe Reaper. No, they're a Dragoon. They've got a lance. Maybe we should become a Dragoon. Does it fit, Jace? Not particularly. Does that matter? Not particularly. I think eventually I'll learn every class on him. Why not? Oh. We do have to stop and buy boots. Or something. Something in Hawker's Alley. Alright. Legs and boots. Easy enough. Battlecraft supplier is... wrong one. Let's go over here. This is the Battlecraft supplier we want with magic gear. And let's get some level 5. Oh, we are level 8 now. We could actually... Let's see if we can... Make sure we can afford both before spending frivolously. Let's sell some of these... Oh. Let's just sell all of them. That's fine. We don't really need... Not a whole lot of money, but it is some. Shop selling price. Anything? A Batwing. Wait, it said. Oh, the shops sell it for that. It's usually not worth selling to these merchants anything. That's okay. We'll just buy the level 5 gear. And get the class done. Hempen tights. And sandals. We did it. We're a real adventurer now. Alright, look at us. We are ready for battle. We don't have enough money to teleport! Ah! That's okay. We'll get there. The first few levels of any game can be rough. But we have our Aetheryte thing filled out, so we can at least teleport that meager amount. And after this, it'll be pretty smooth sailing. This is the only early one where it's like a little difficult to get all the gear. They want to make sure you know how to make money. Know how to equip stuff. I get it. So, as you cast spells, if you are casting, you're not allowed to move. But, if you time it exactly right at the very end of a cast, you can move a little bit. gotten an invite to join a free company. I don't know them. Who is Sedania Tekentz? I think I'll be making my own free company at some point. All y'all can join it if you wish. Gonna have to start thinking of a name. I could do like Gatewatch or something cute. Maybe refer to legendary. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you into the sharks. Erstwhile buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength. And by the looks of you, I'll say you'll have little trouble getting their attention. Let's just take money. This is no better than what I have. Alright, money it is. Ah, Beleren, that aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since last we met. No, I have not, because I just talked to you. I hope I've read you all right. I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard rumors of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa as if plucked from the face of Hydaelyn, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure-tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the field and spying on me yeomen. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best times, but the farmhands are convinced they're the kidnappers of rumor, come for their hides. Needless to say, they've beside themselves with worry, and they're suffering for it. Which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get them to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Good lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin having a look around the Seasong Grotto. The reports are to be believed. Our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Beleren. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? Alright, ooh. We leveled up and got Aether charges. Alright. HUD layout. I like to make this nice and small and just tucked away. You'll pretty much always know when you have Aether follows up anyways, so... yeah. Easy. Cool. Oh, no, I actually think it's a little too high. Don't mind me. It's good enough. I'll fix it. I'll fix it soon. Alright. Alright, so now that we have some more abilities on our bar, sleep will be good for putting a large group of smaller creatures to sleep so that you can start attacking one by one. You will wake them if you attack them again, but it mitigates how much damage you're taking. Addle will, is a debuff, which is pretty good early on, but it falls off pretty fast. Fester is something that uses the Aether charges that we just got access to. It deals a fairly good amount of damage quickly. But it is a limited resource, so. Alright. This little arrow on that quest marker means that it's below or above the current level that you're on. So I was able to see that I needed to go down a level. I just used my energy drain to grab a Aether Flow piece, and then use that right away. Not exactly saving resources here. We're just trying to kill him quickly. Energy drink comes from every minute anyways. Easy. Alright, and this little glowy thing means that we're entering an MSQ challenge. An instance battle. If you're too high level, it will sink you down to that level, so don't waste your time like trying to get super, grinding and trying to get
waves that
super
bear.
overleveled.
I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
So, they are focused on her, you can tell, because it will have an arrow on who they're focusing on, other than the fact, aside from the fact that you already know they're not attacking you. That's because she's doing more damage than us. She's taking aggro. And we want to take out these little guys before they Death of 1,000 cuts us to the grave. Because we're still kind of DPS, we want to focus on the as the little guys. Because they will do a lot of damage over time. And there we are.
Phew!
Hear, feel, think. Crystal bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
How comfy cozy he looks in his mittens during this very important moment of his life.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Awake again? Are we? Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirates' probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Alright. Let us turn in this quest and call it a day. I hope when I talk to the crystal god of my world, I have comfy cozy mittens and a witch's hat. Beleren, right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing and hearing what sounded like all 7 hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave, eh? I'd agree that such a knife would be a part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep, and set a maddened gooboo on you. The pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto. A woman with strange contraption? Ah, Y'shtola. She's been in Limsa a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in those yeomen of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate pasts. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Beleren. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like you, this farm would be in far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talents to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa to the brighter future she deserves. Alright. And a nice little level up to end the night on. Alright, thank you so much everyone for joining. I think we'll call it there, but I will be streaming again soon. I think that Sunday night looks to be a pretty good night to do it, so keep tabs on my Twitter. I'll keep updates there, and I'll be figuring out Twitch updating here as well. But yeah, I hope to see you again Sunday at 6 p.m. Central. Thank you so much for everyone for joining. See you again soon.